Hi everybody, welcome to Monkey Island Madness. This is a live show taped over at Ustream TV. Normal time is Mondays at 1 Eastern. So try and make a live show, but this is an impromptu stream because it's Saturday and all these wenches are bored, I guess. They must be bored because they're going to sit and watch me Zentangle. So that's what we're going to do today. And a long, long time ago, I don't know, shortly after I started streaming, I did Zentangle, and I did it in a circle like this, where I just did different designs, you know, filled up the circles, and I don't know, I could do that again. I could do it the traditional way, and I wish I could remember the two people's names. It's Maria is one of them, but the people who kind of organized Zentangle planned it to be something that you could do that was stress-free, and you started out with a string. And I'm sure some of you already know this, but I'll just grab a sheet of paper here. Just take your pencil and draw a random string. And then just fill in those shapes with the Zentangle patterns, right? And we can do that, or I grabbed out a couple of stencils, and this is on the magical paper that I've been creating for Eileen. And Eileen, I wish you were here, and I hope you're safe. So, yeah. She went up to, somebody in chat just asked about you, Eileen. She's gone up kind of in the middle of the state, a little bit northwest of Orlando. She should be fine. I mean, they're going to get rain, they're going to get winds, but she should be fine up there. She's not on the coast at all. And it looks like Hurricane Irma has changed tracks now, where it may not hit, you know, that lower portion of Florida directly, but it does look like it's going to hit Key West, like, head on. So, and they've closed the roads down there, so you're not going to get through. But anyway, that was a little aside. Yeah, I don't want to say the name on stream, but I can tell you when I turn the recording off. Anyway, so, I don't know, many years ago, I put together this book, and all of this is off of, oh man, there's a glare, tanglepatterns.com, and you can find the Zentangle patterns online everywhere. I mean, there's some nice books out now, but I don't see any point really in buying the books when a lot of the tangles are out there for free. Like if you go on Pinterest and search for Zentangle, you will be there the rest of your life. I mean, it's literally a black hole. So none of this is really proprietary. People out there have it for free. I really like that pattern, that circle one. But anyway, if you go to the website, tanglepatterns.com, there's a little alphabet bar at the top of that website, and all of the tangles are organized in there by their name alphabetically. So that's how I arranged my book. And these are just some like ATC size cards that I've done where I use the string as a pattern. This one's kind of cool. And honestly, you guys, they can be as elaborate or as simple as you want. Like, I like that pattern right there. So, yeah. So if you're looking for patterns or you're stuck, go over to tanglepatterns.com and just look for the patterns. Okay, and so I have them organized in here alphabetically after you go back for a few pages. Like, here's all the patterns that start with A. And then if I didn't feel like I needed the step out, like I could just draw it looking at it, I put it all on one card. If I felt like I'd forget, I went ahead and did the step out. And that's how they are on that website. They give you the step outs of how to draw them. And then maybe they'll give you variations or whatever. So when I'm doing it, this is kind of what I work out of. And the last time we did it, I just had you guys give me an initial. We went to that letter in the alphabet and picked out a pattern. So if you want to do it that way again, that's fine with me. I obviously have my favorites that I draw over and over and over again. I think I am partial to the black and white Zentangles rather than the colored. You know, here's some colored ones. And maybe it's my choice of colors. Heck, I don't know. It is a great website. Great, great, great website. I'm going to move my coffee because I'm going to knock this over. And then you guys will hear all the cuss words I know. Maybe not all of them because I know a lot. I do like this one, you know, more like a quilt pattern. I like that one a lot. I like that rainbow too. I got very inspired there, didn't I? But yeah, I think I like the black and white better than the colored, honestly. So my plan is to just do black and white, but because I have all this magical paper around here, I thought I would do one on some of the magical paper, but go ahead and shade it like I would the black and white, right? You like the colored ones? Like I like that colored one. I think that's one particular pattern filling up the whole card. I like that one, but those, honestly, are my colors. Blue, green, purple. Yep. That's also a pattern. So, yeah, you can, I mean, there is no end to what you can do here. So I like this one, this black and white one. That's the same pattern, just drawn in circles. I really like that one. It would help if it wasn't crooked, but yeah. So these cards were ones that I thought a whole card of them would be really cool. I like that one. God, this camera is really crooked. I'm going to have to straighten that. So yeah, they're really fun. So this one's really cool too. So I guess we'll just start. Let's start with the drawing it on the magical paper in black and white and see if I even like that. And if I don't, yeah, we'll throw it away and do something else. This one's kind of cool. And this one I draw a lot. I love that one. And then like some of them lend themselves really nicely. Like this one, I'm going to take it out because the glare annoys the hell out of me. It's got to annoy you. And I haven't finished this. To be in like a picture frame, and that is popped up. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so this one I just turned into like a frame with a quote inside. So there's a ton of stuff you can do. But as much as anything, it's just doing something that you enjoy, that you find relaxing. So let's get started. Somebody give me a letter of the alphabet and I'll just go pick a pattern, because that's pretty much the way we'll do it. I'm going to move this. We're going to start on this one, but I really like that circle one a lot too. So I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, I might do that. Let me get this camera. straighten because it's annoying the hell out of me. And I'll come down a little bit closer so hopefully you can see. And these aren't great big shapes. And all this is, all I did to get these shapes was I just used a Rhonda Palazzari design stencil and drew out the shape. These are big shapes for a journal page, but okay, first letter was P, so we're going to go to P. Alright, here's the letter P. Let's pick one out. Can you guys see it? Let me yank it out. That parasails is really fun. Really, really fun. Plantain is really fun too. Plantain. Alright, let's look what we've got here. That pepper is kind of fun. I like it. Alright. Pokey root, pokey leaf. Popsicles. And some of them require like a grid and some do not. Let's start with puff because it's kind of fun. Alright, we're going to start with this one. It's kind of in a grid pattern, but when you get it shaded, look how cool it looks. And it's simple. Anybody can do this. So if you can draw a somewhat straight line, you're good to go. Alright, I'm going to put the book aside. Doesn't matter how much space. Yeah, while I'm doing it, you'll see this step out. So we're going to start with puff. Puff, puff. And I'll leave this just out here. I don't necessarily need that, but I'll leave it anyway. Alright, and I probably cheat. But I'm going to go ahead and use my lettering guide to draw myself some straight lines. So we'll just start at the top and work our way down. And I'm using a 03 micron, Pigma micron pen. Probably in this size of spaces, I ought to be using the 01, but I think that would be harder for you guys to see. So, yeah. And I'm going to cut this out and only keep the colored portion anyway, so that's why the edges will look a little raw, but it's okay. It's okay. Alright, there. Those are our squares. Oh my gosh. Are you guys even seeing what I'm doing? I'm sorry. Okay, so if you look at this step out, I've got the grid pattern already, which would just be that. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with the little puff lines. Alright, can you guys see? I'll try and come down where you can actually see what I'm doing. Drawing on stream is not that easy, you guys. So talk amongst yourselves Ratatouille scrammed out of here. And I may end up deciding to use a more narrow nib. And sometimes you have to imagine, like if you're doing it in a shape like this, you might have to imagine a line that really isn't there. But that's cool. You can figure it out because you're smart ladies. And if you're not, don't tell me because I'll use it as a weapon against you. Not really. And I normally, when I'm doing this, well, I guess it depends on if I'm watching TV or just sit and draw and listen to music or something. I normally shade as I go. So the page starts filling up and gets done as I move. Okay, can you see this? I'll try and keep it in there. Okay. And they're showing two variations here. I like this one best. I mean, I could at this point just fill these in with, where's my thing? Now that I've got this done, I could go ahead and just fill this in with this shape. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. All right, I'm going to do it that way, the way it's shown. Because the thing that makes it really weird at the end yeah, I wish I had the more narrow nib. I really do. Can you guys see how it's filling in? What now? Never mind, you were showing the step outs. Alright, I'm not understanding. I tried, but she ignored me. Oh, CB. What did you try to do, CB? Tell me. Because you are the boss today since my boss didn't show up. What'd you try to do, CB? I'm sure it was for my own good. You guys have to remember with the lag that when you talk, I'm 50 sentences on down the road, you know? Certified boss. There you go. Maybe I need to scroll back and chat and see what CB said. Okay, so when you have it done like that, the cool thing that makes it really look good is when you draw the diagonal lines now. Go ahead and point out my error, you knuckleheads. They're making fun of me. They're making fun of me in chat. Oh, that would make Eileen so happy. I'm glad they're making fun of her. Okay, so when you're done, draw the diagonal lines. And you just go from the middle of your initial design to the middle of your initial other, you know what I'm talking about. It's hard to describe. And you're not supposed to use rulers and stuff like that, but I'm just too anal not to. Oh, okay. You didn't need my, I didn't need showing the step outs. Well, yeah, I'm going to show the step outs. All right, kangaroo. Are you getting it? I'm going to go ahead and shade this one real quick. Okay. There it is, up close. Isn't that cool looking? If it'll focus. Cool looking. Hi, Galena. It's about time since you were the tricker head that suggested this. Okay. And then for shading, you can use anything. I could use it's lost. There it is. My graph gear, you just need a soft lead, really, is all. So I'm going to look and see what's in my drawing box. I like a pretty dark one, and this is a B. Yeah, it's going to shade nice. So, and all I'm using is a worn-out tortillon that has cat hair all over it. That cat should be so flippin' bald. I'm not kidding. How one cat can shed so much, I don't know. Okay, I'm just putting some graphite right in the center of, I'm going to call them flowers. And shade out from there. Simple stuff. But this is my favorite part, is where it's shaded. That's what I think makes it look really interesting. And when I do this, I normally always do it in black and white. Always. With a black pen. But there's no rule. I mean, you could use red. You could use any color, I guess. I just like the black and white. I don't know if you guys can't see it. On my paper, you can see a little bit of the glare off the graphite. Kind of annoying, but it's okay. It's not as bad after you move the graphite around. Okay, there we go. We got one done. Can you see? The graphite isn't that noticeable, but it makes a difference. And if I want more, I'll go back and add more later. I think it's going to work good on this color paper, actually. You decided to go to the market. You saw 3-week-old, well, I'm thinking Weimaraner puppies, but 3-week-old, they're not old enough to be out of the house. And wiener puppies. Oh, it would be hard for me to resist a puppy, but I cannot have any more pets. This cat is going to push me over the edge. All right, so we finished P. I think the next letter somebody suggested was L. Well, thank you, CB. I'm going to put the page back. Somebody suggested L next, I think was the next letter up there. So We'll go look at the L's. Oh, L has that one that I really, really like. If you guys see one on here that you like, go ahead and scream it out and I'll see if I can draw it. I know I can because I got the step outs right here. One of my very favorite ones, oh my gosh, I have no room here, is Laced. I love this one. They're all pretty cool though. Okay, I'll go through them. Lightning Bolt, Lily Pads, Limpets, Linked, Lovit, Locomotive, Longwood, Loops, Label, that one's really pretty. Lace Curtains. Yeah, I didn't say that one has variations. Here's another Lace Curtains. Yeah, those are the two variations. Laced, Lacy. I think it's Lanny. That one's pretty cool too. If you guys could see it, it would be way cool, right? Do Laced. All right, you want me to do that one? Okay, I can do that. I could do that. No, actually, I'll leave the book open right to the page and I won't have that problem. All right, this one you start out, I guess you could draw the circles first or the straight lines first, whichever. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the straight lines first, and then draw the circles around them, right? So let's do that. And I want to do this one in kind of a big one, so I'm going to do this one in this shape here, because in too small a shape I'd only get a little bit of the design. It looks better when it's when you see more than one of them. Now for this one, I will use, yeah, I'll just use this other lettering guide for the little two parts. Oh, the mama dog was there. Okay, good. All right, you guys are liking Laced. And Mindy's thanking me. Are you leaving, Mindy? Don't leave. Okay, this one I am going to use, I'm going to change the pens, and I'm going to use the 03 nib, but this is more like a roller ball. For the pipes, yeah. Can you guys can't see what I'm doing, damn it. I'm just drawing parallel lines, and then I'll draw the circle around it, and I'll draw it so you can see. It's like a backwards C, and then this is a forward C, kind of around it. Can you see that? Believe me, they don't have to be perfect. All right. And there's no plan. At some point I will have them crossed just because I think that looks cool. But they don't have to. And the beads, I'll just call them beads for lack of a better word, because they look like beads to me. Oh, you're thanking for doing lace? Cool. That's cool. Alright, I'm going to assume that that's there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and draw the beads right now before I run out of space. Can you see how that's coming now? This one's going to be a big bead. I just did it wrong. Oh my God. Somebody needs to kick my ass. Alright. I'm going to have to hide that somehow because I did the... That's one of the dangers. Now, if I was doing this on white, I could white that out, but now I can't. So, my other choice is now to draw... I'm going to go ahead and draw a design or something in the background to hide it. That's what you're going to have to do. I'll just do an aura in there. Might turn out cool. Oh man, I need to kick my own butt. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill in with the rest of that pattern now. But I'm going to draw one more going the other way because I need something going this way. So pay attention. But see, that's why you can't let it bug you. Like, in all honesty, I know I goofed up. Now I'm going to have to hide it. But that doesn't even really bother me. And I think I'll do one partial one over here. Thinking. This one kind of reminds me of Tinker Toys. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Tinker Toys. Okay. I just jump in with the ink. I'm not going to worry about it. Life's too short to worry about stuff like that. Now I'm going to make it look like I meant to do that. And when you're drawing around a shape, I think they call that aura. Your aura. A-U-R-A. Okay? And it may end up not looking anything like what we intended it to look like, but I can draw it again. That's the cool thing there. And when the whole thing's done, you'll never know it's there. I'll draw this one again for you guys, because I really jacked this up. And if it bothers me, I'll just cut this piece of the paper off. Yeah, see, that's how I am CD. I think that comes from just living to be a certain age. Is at some point you just don't worry about things like that. It's like life is way too short to worry about stuff. And if you've ever done this, there comes a point where it does get very zen-like. You're not really thinking about what you're doing. Your hands just doing it. And see, there would be a design over here where lines would start matching. I'm not going to try and envision that. Am I even on screen? I'm sorry, you guys. Didn't come out at all like it started, but we'll do it again later. But you guys get the gist of what it. Oh, and I need to color in those things. I will use um, the micron to color in the areas that I want dark, and then we'll go ahead and shade it. See, that even just made it look better. Start coloring in the negative space. Laced and Laced 2.0. There you go, Mindy. Hi, Kimberly. Monkey Island is absolutely gorgeous today. We are at about 72 degrees right now, and it couldn't be more beautiful if it tried. And all the city buttholes came and I guess blew their wad last weekend because this place is a ghost town today, and I am tickled about that. And even last week, I mean, it was compared to our normal. It was kind of cuckoo, but really, even last week wasn't bad. Oh, I don't want to shade with that. I like shading with this. Okay, I shade anywhere the lines overlap, because that would create a shadow, right? And then the edge of the beads to give them some depth. Right, right. And I'll tell you when I'm done here today if I like drawing on the colored stock. This is the magical papers that we created the last few weeks when we were doing magicals endlessly. Oh, and then I should show you guys, I did go ahead, you know that box that I made for myself, I had some of that paper left over. So I went ahead and made a little journal cover to match the box. How brilliant was that? Hello. And if you're, oh, I'm not even on camera, but if you're, see, there's with the shading now. So it didn't come out anything like we expected, but it's not horrible either. I'm okay with this. Shading's not perfect, but it has some dimension now. And another thing I think I'm going to do, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the space around the designs themselves. I could either do that black, I could do a design in there. I just haven't, I haven't decided yet. Let me see. Okay. Here's the little journal cover I ended up doing, and it folds a different way. So I'm kind of thinking now that this may be my Inktober journal. And it's, see, it's not very big. But like I said the last time, I think the reason I was successful last year with Inktober and doing a design every day was because of the size. I just didn't feel so overwhelmed. And I'm going to put the dot grid paper in it. So, and I haven't added circles or anything to it. I just did this yesterday while Barb streamed. So just, I was trying to clean up the messes around here, you guys. Oh my gosh, they're driving me cuckoo. All right, give me another letter. So that was laced. We did it. There you go. Yeah, CB, I think it's a good size too, and it folds different than the normal way you would fold a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch sheet of paper. But for me drawing, I think I would rather have it more portrait like this than, you know. So I don't know. Oh, you ordered one of those paper bead makers? That was pretty cool too. Carol showed a bead maker, a little, I don't even know what you call it, machine that makes those paper beads. It was really cool. A for Acura. All right, here we go. We're going to A. I got to get my coffee out of the way. If I spill that, I will be so mad. So mad. So mad. Here we come, A. I mean, my camera is literally like 8 inches above the table. Went too far. All right. Is there a... You said... I don't have an Acura. All right. Let's look. There's an Allium, Ambler, Ansu, A's. A's is very pretty. But that's more of a border too. Africa. Africa. I think that's more like Africa because it looks more like African design. Afterglow. Is it Agra that you have trouble with? Alien tiles. I'm not crazy about that. Some of them are more, I don't know, to me, a border design than All About V's. That one was kind of hard for me. Amphora. That one, when you're done with it, doesn't that look intricate and crazy? But look at the step outs. It's so simple to do. Angelfish. This is one I really love. I love angelfish. To do that around a border. Antidotes. I love antidotes a lot, a lot, a lot. There's ants. I hate ants. I mean, I like the design. I just hate ants in real life. Like the little creepy crawly things. Yeah. Arc flower. This one is gorgeous. Archer or Arcles. Did you find any of those ones you're talking about, Judy? Here's Arnia. This camera is really crooked. I'm going to straighten it. This is baloney. Arrowheads. That one's cool. Simple. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce that. Arucas. But look at the finished design. How cool is that? And it literally is just lines. Yeah, Arucas. Asian fans. Anybody could do that. Simple, simple, simple. Asunta, I think. Aranat and Aralia. It's the star shape. Arucas. Oh, okay. This one, where you start with a circle. Okay. We'll give it a go. We shall give it a go and see how we do. I think it will look better in a little bit bigger shape, so let's use it in this shape. All right. It says to start out with I'm going to use this pen again because, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Start out with a circle. So let's find a circle template around here. And I don't think using stuff like this is cheating, you guys. I really don't. I'm going to put the star right in the middle, or about, what would be the middle of an irregular shape. Alright, it says to start with a circle. We did that. Draw lines out. 5. I imagine, if you want a 5-pointed star, because that's what it's going to end up, do 5. If you want more points, then do more points. That's it. So, we'll do 5. Make sure you guys can see me. I'm just going to draw the lines this time. I mean, if you're as anal as I am, you want your lines straight. I'm not going to do that this time, okay? I'm just going to be mindful about doing straight lines. Do 2 parallel lines. What you need, hon?
Are you screening?
Yep. I'm concentrating right now.
You're what?
Can't talk, Artie. No. What do you need something, honey?
No, I'm gonna go over there and punch that pile up with the tractor.
Okay.
come to tell you, I was gonna do it.
You're not in. Are you gonna get dirty?
No.
Because I'm gonna say you need to go put on crappy clothes then. All right.
I can change clothes though.
Are you out in the sun?
Oh, just for a little bit.
Okay.
It's not gonna take me 15 minutes to do that.
All right.
If that.
All right. See you bye then.
All right.
All right. So that's where we're at so far. Now the next step is it shows drawing a curved line in between the two, and then just repeat that. That is a common theme in Zentangle, is these R lines. And I suppose the distance between your lines is going to determine how neat or tidy it ends up looking at the end of the day, you know. But the original intent of this was so that you didn't have to worry about what you were drawing, or accuracy or anything. That's why rulers and all that junk were supposedly kind of off limits, right? I cheat. If I want to use a circle template, I use a circle template. And of course, this is going to look different. How much space you leave between the lines. If I went ahead and darkened in that first line, you know. All right, I'm back at the straight lines. Oh, that one I really goofed up. Oh well. At the end, you'll never know the difference. And it's just repetition, 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 right? Oh, that one really got crazy. Okay, see how it's coming? Judy, in my world, yeah, if you leave my house, I get a kiss before you leave. That's it. You know, that's just the rule. But I'm good about doing that as well. I don't leave the house without smooching whoever's here. I know that seems crazy. He's only gone, what, he said 15 minutes? I don't care if it's 15 minutes or 5 hours. The rule doesn't change. Get in your Zen state. And you tend to lose, like I'm still drawing the line, but I'm losing them a little bit. We are the same even with the girls. It depends on which girl, Vicky. Um, yeah, come to my house, you'll get a smooch for sure. Like my granddaughters and stuff. Yeah, I kiss them on the lips. Kiss them on the top of their head. Kiss them anywhere. My dad was a kisser, and my brothers used to complain. Um, Because, I mean, we kissed my dad anytime we came in the house or left, whatever, up to a certain age. But my brothers would always complain, am I going to have to kiss him when I'm 20? But my dad was a kisser. Okay? And then as you get closer to the end, just go ahead and fill in. All right. And then I think the way I would shade this, I don't think I shaded. Yeah, see, I didn't shade anything in this. But the way I will shade this is where the lines meet, I'll create a shadow. So, um, call me crazy, but I think showing affection is healthy. You don't like to be kissed, Dorothy? See, it's mandatory at my house. Mandatory. I need to get a new tortillon out is what I need to do. These are definitely seeing their better days. You know what I mean? And the thing is, if I chose the wrong place to shade, I've got me an eraser. I can erase it. So that's how it's going to end up. And I don't like that big circle right in the middle, so I'm going to go ahead and just use whatever graphite's on that and dumb it down a little bit. Looks like a starfish. See, that's how I feel, CB. You better watch out, because if I ever see you, I'm going to hug and kiss you. All right. So did that help you, Judy Patootie? I need to find my eraser and clean this tortilla up a little bit. I'm just getting some of the graphite off. Alrighty, so pick a letter, any letter. If you have another one that you feel like is hard, just remember that, Judy. That's like the easiest thing. Just remember that. Okay, letter. You will run. Well, good, Judy. I think I just want to do arc flower. I love arc flower. It's so pretty. We have to have it in there once, so somebody say a letter and I'll do it, but I'm going to do arc flower while we wait because it can actually fit in any space. Probably the bigger the better. But I love that one. Let's see. Just start out with a dark. Oh, you picked D. All right, we'll do that in just a minute. And so you see how you just build on it. All right, I'm going to do this one real quick. And at some point, I have to start paying attention to weight. I don't want too real lightweight. I'll leave this one aside, and I'll do D. Yeah, I don't want two real lightweight ones next to each other. So at some point, I start paying attention to what goes next to what. Okay, here we are at D. DL nebula, DL sunray, droplets, droop, dust bunny. I don't want to draw that because I have plenty in my house. Dutch hourglass, divine. I think this one is a real pretty border too. I love that one. Daggerly, dancette, dandelion. That one I don't think is a great tangle. I mean, it's a cool way to draw that, but to fill up a whole space with it, I think is just weird. Decor, demi. Oops. Now these designs, I love these a lot. Dex is cool. Diagonals, diamond drops, diamond panes, diamonds and squares. Diva Dance, I love this one too. Dooley Doo. That one looks kind of hard. I have not drawn that one a lot. Dragonair. Now this is one of my absolute favorites. I love Dragonair. Isn't that cool? And it's so simple. Drip Drop. Dugwood. That's kind of cute too. I like that one. Let's see. Dion. That one's kind of pretty too. Daisy, I don't know. And Dogwood. So, I don't care. I'll draw any of them. That one I think would be hard to fill up as space, but Dragonair? Okay. I love Dragonair. Love me some Dragonair. You can do it two ways. You can do it like the inside design, or just the kind of more like a border, or the outside design. So let's do it in this space right here. We're going to do the inside design, and then we'll do something in the center of the inside design. So this one's really simple. I already have the outside line because I'm going to use this as my outside line. So this is the first thing we'll do. How simple is that, right? So I think I'm going to use this one for that. It is a really pretty one. So, yeah, just dig in. Just do a dot with a curved line. That's pretty much what we're going to do. And I could do this as big or as little as I want. I guess I'm doing it about 1/4 of an inch. And they don't have to be consistent. They can be shorter and higher as you want. And as close together or as far apart as you want. Just whatever you get to decide, man. It's your tangle. And like Dee Dee said, nobody's going to call you. Well, that's just crap because I might. I might just call and say, do it different. Not really. All right, see, this looks like little question marks all the way around. Okay, that'll be our Dragonair. And then all you have to do really is draw a curved line from dot to dot. Can you see that? How simple is that, right? Going around a curve or something isn't a problem. Just make the line go around. So now it looks like there's an opening down in there, right? I'm trying to think what I want to put down in there. I mean, I guess I could do another row of the Dragonairs, but I think I'm going to just going to draw a real small checkerboard is I think what I'm going to do. It's not going to be perfect because I'm not using a ruler or anything. This is probably the most common doodle of all times. It's just a checkerboard. I love me some checkerboard. And I could have put dots down there. I could, the sky's the limit. You get to decide. A Cornish pasty? Huh. Okay. Now I will shade it so it looks like these are overlapping one another, and that I'll shade down in here to give it some depth. Eileen voice, could you make it any smaller? Yeah, the checkerboards, well, I just wanted it to be a little darker in there because this is a real light Zentangle, right? Could you do it any smaller? CB, you are learning really good. I'm going to tell Eileen that you have not just been sitting around picking your nose, that you've been really paying attention. And you do a perfect imitation. Were you at Jen's the other night telling Jen what to do? Because I'm pretty sure Jen or I, neither one, could do much of anything without her voice in our heads. Well, I'll speak for me. And the shading is probably my favorite part, you guys. I think the shading. Am I working from a book? No, Vicki, I have a whole notebook of designs that I have copied off of the, what did I just tell you guys? Tanglepatterns.com. They do these step outs so you can see each one. So, yeah, I'm working out of a book, but not really a book, not a published book, just a book I created myself. And you guys, these, here I go enabling. Eileen would be happy right now. But these tortillas, you can get these so dirt cheap on the Wish app. They've gotten very expensive in the United States, these crazy little things. Well, everything's relative, right? But on the Wish app, oh, babe, these are cheap. So order them off the Wish app. Cornish pasties were traditionally made for tin miners to take for lunch. It had meat at one end and fruit at the other. Well, thank you, Dorothy. Oh, Eileen was there the other night. That's right, I'd heard that. So yeah, there you go. Just the shading gave it a little bit of depth, right? Makes it a whole lot more interesting. So that would be my free advice. Do not forget the shading. All right, we did Dragonair. Put it back. See, if I do this as I go, it won't be so hard when I'm done here. All right, I think I'm going to, because I want a dense pattern in here, I think I'm going to do arc flower right in here real quick. Because, yeah, this is simple stuff. But I want something kind of dense in there. So I'll draw the original circle with this. Doesn't matter if it's centered or off-centered or whatever, because after you get away from the design, or after you get away from the center, let me see if I have an O1 here. I think I took it out to the front room. That's all right. me see if I have a 4 or a 6. Here's a 6. I'm going to use this, the Hybrid Technica, Pentel Hybrid Technica in the 06. I love these pens, you guys. I mean, I like the Micron, but I really love these rollerball pens. I just feel like I have more control. And one thing I'm noticing on this paper has been totally absorbed with water when we did the Magicals, and it's a Bristol finish, and it was very absorbent. I feel like this ink is feathering a little bit, and I'm not crazy about that. So here you go. That's the design we're gonna make. And they do 4 lines, so I know, CB. Could you make it any smaller? This one's going to go really fast because there isn't much space to fill up, but I wanted it dense, so. And I do these where I never pick up the pen. I just go back and forth. Unless the pen decides not to write, in which case I have to lift it up. This pen is not wanting to write on this paper either. What the heck is that about? Because it's got plenty of ink. I wondered about some of these pens. Anyway, writing on this paper. I'm going to move down to the 4, see if it cooperates any better. I hate pen problems, you guys. If a pen starts giving me problems, chances are it's going in the trash. I'm not dealing with pen problems. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Maybe if I turn on the light, it would sure help me, I have to say. But I'm afraid it's going to make it really funky for you guys. How simple is this, you guys? And I suppose this is one too, if you wanted. I just do one center and then just make it spread out. I suppose you could do like this, figure at some point you're going to start a new one and then just at some point let them meld into each other. I suppose you could do that too. that 04 pen worked awesome. They're on these pens, when you go from the 03, like the 03 to the 04, to me is a big difference. Like the 4 to the 6 is not that big a difference, so that you can't tell where I switched using the different nibs. And then, well, I'll show you the shading, but in each of the V's, I do some shading, so it looks, you can see where the overlap is. All right. Oops, forgot one right there. This one doesn't need a huge amount of shading. The lines converging kind of create that already. Okay, now can you see why I wanted something kind of dense in there? This one doesn't matter so much, I don't think, because we kind of have a dense one and a light one. Hi, Brenda. Grocery shopping for the week is done. Oh, what a nightmare that is, huh? I think this week we had to go somewhere every day, so I was in Walmart, like Walmarts all over the country, and I hate Walmart. And I'm really hating my own Walmart. Well, don't even get me started on that. Poor Robert had to listen to it for an hour last night. The problem down here, though, is if you don't shop at Walmart, you're not going to have anything. Because, yeah, Walmart's the only game in town. All right, let's pick another one. Pick a letter. Pick a letter, pick a letter. We're Zentangling, Brenda. And did I say that I'm a little jealous of your new journal cover, Brenda? Did I say that lately? I have not gone and looked yet, but I swear to God, I so wanted to. That turquoise is gorgeous. But the beast does not need any competition. Oh my gosh, Brenda. You have Myers, so you, that's cool, Shells. Andromeda. Is that one of them? Let's see, we're looking for Andromeda. I don't have Andromeda, do I? I don't have it. CB, I don't, it's your first one with brands on it. I know, I saw those brands. I was like, oh, that is so yummy. I couldn't take it. CB, I don't have Andromeda. I'm going to have to go look for it. There's one I don't have. Are you kidding me? I don't have it. I'm hyperventilating if you can't tell. All right, let's just find one. Let's see. Do I want dense? It doesn't matter, I guess, on this one. something, I guess we could tolerate another grid one. All right, I'm just going to pick I like basket weave a lot, and I like bales. We're going to do bales in there, so we're going to do basket weave up here because it's going to be dense. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm a wee bit jelly of your sweet cover. Yeah, the step out cards make it nice, Brenda, for sure. All right, get on your Eileen voice, CB. This one I can use the 03. I'm just going to do basket weave real quick, you guys, because I think it's just dense enough for this space. And you want me to pull it out and show it to you, I imagine. You like flux too? Okay, well, remember that, CB. And there's several variations of basket weave, you guys. And I mean, everybody knows what a basket weave is, right? I think I'm going to do this one. I like this one a lot. But yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of basket weaves, so. But this is the one I'm going to do. Simple, simple stuff. Lines go in one direction, then lines go in the next direction. And it's fast, fast, fast. Sometimes you just need a fast one. Brenda, was that you can tell where my brain's at now. Was that a chic sparrow? Just curious. And I heard that Lazy Cow um, went out of business. How simple is that? And fast. Yeah, I quit using the microns because it wasn't making the crisp lines that I liked. Can you see that? That was done with the micron, and to me it's feathering. So yeah, I went back to this. Now, if I was using cardstock or something, I know the microns wouldn't feather. And I'll use them if I have a dark design where I want thick, fat lines. I have microns in every size nib, so no worries there, people. I have a big old fat boy collection. All right. All right, did Brenda? It was a leather quill shop. Okay, Brenda. um, would you mind sending me a link? Because if it's a new one, I'll have to go check it out. Don't you think? You sold most of your chic sparrows. Now, one thing I will say, I don't like the elastic on my chic sparrow, but fortunately, I don't close it that often. But yeah, I don't like the elastic. I will say that. But I love my chic sparrow, the cream brulee. Oh, love it, love it. All right, one thing I'm going to do too. Well, I could do it all at the end. All right, there we go. And then what was the other one you said? CB, I guess I could scroll back. You also love Flux. Okay. They had Eileen's big journal die. Thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I don't understand that journal die. I just don't get it. If you've got a ruler and a pencil, ouch. I just put my finger in the in between the things. And all right, where are you getting these from, CB? Because I don't have Flux either. I don't think. Huh. I'm gonna have to go update my stuff. CB is throwing designs at me that I don't know anything about. Yeah, I don't have Flux either. Of course, now I will say some of them. Oh, and you know what? I am talking right into the camera, so turn your sound down. Some of them, if I didn't particularly like for them, I didn't put them in my book. I only put the ones that I really thought I would draw and use. Hi, Jennifer. Yep, you better get crack-a-lackin', Jennifer. Jennifer crack-a-lackin'. It's not a new one? Huh. I guess I just didn't copy it then. I don't have Flux. Oh, wait a minute. I'm a big fat liar. Look at that. I love Flux. I really love Flux. I just didn't go far enough back. Oh, I know why. Um, these are not in alphabetical order back here because I don't know why. I need to fix that. Yeah, I love Flux too. There's a lot of these I love now that I'm looking at it. I love this flower vine too. Hi, Kathy. All right. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Let's see how I want to do a flux. I do love flux. Let's do flux here because it's a big one. It's pretty simple. I mean, it really is just the shape of a leaf turned into a border. And then I like the little circles that surround it. So, yeah, there's so many ways you can do flux, you know. I'm going to do it more like a border, CB. But actually, I had done flux on that, on the Dragonair too. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because I thought it was pretty. Flurry is a good one. But here's the Dragonair with the flux along with it. So you can do it that way. Alright, but I think the way I'm going to do it is just all around the edge, like I did the Dragonair. Yeah, that's how I think I'm going to do it. All right, are we ready? Let's go. And it's really just the shape. I wish I hadn't done that, but shape of a leaf, really. And then any of those little spaces, I'll fill in with the little circles. Connecting this may be a problem. I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. We'll see. This pen is not crazy about writing on this paper either. I don't know if that's the 3 or the 4 now. I think that's the 4. It is. I'm going to do the little circles, the beads to fill it in. Looks like a mixed up fish. Hi, Monique. Yeah, it does. And this one, actually, I think I would like it better if it had some color. So it depends on, I guess, which design. I like black and white, and which I like color. And all I'm doing now is filling in the negative or the blank space with little circles, pebbles, or whatever. And you could actually blacken it or do whatever you want. There's honestly no rules, you guys. No rules at all. Now, the next question is, what do you do with these Zentangles after you make them? I Zentangle a lot in my Beast. When I want to do something and I don't know what to do, or I just have a space that I need to fill in, I will fill it in with Zentangles. That's pretty much how I use this. Now, I think I've seen on Pinterest, like one woman did a entire wall, and it was some kind of cool. I don't think I could do that. So what you do with this, I don't know what you do with it after you're done with it. Those ones I did on stream before, I gave away. And I don't know if they, I don't know, stuck them in a journal. I don't know what they did with them. I do know it is relaxing though. I will say that. It is like drawing with zero pressure. And I do love it in the Beast. So is that what you had in mind, CB? There's Flux. You're at work, but you're sneaking. You little sneaker, you. Sneaking at work. Oops, there's a little space I forgot. Is it a quiet day at work? I think I know what you do, Jennifer. And I won't say it on stream because I'm recording. But it sounds interesting. So I'm trying to think if I have any stories to tell you guys. There's the Flux. Excuse me. Close enough? Okay. You can multitask. Of course you can. So there we go. We're coming right along. Now, what I'm going to do with this white space around it, I don't know. I really don't know, you guys. Am I burnishing the middle? No, what I was doing was spreading the graphite. I'm just creating the shadings. See how I created that little bit of shadow in the middle of those petals to make it look like these poke out a little bit? That's all I'm doing it. On each one, I try and do a little bit of shading to give it a little extra dimension. Is all I'm doing. You can really see it on that one. And on this one, you could even go back with a white pencil and I don't want to do it yet because I'm not sure how I'm going to finish this, but at the end I may go back with a white pencil and take out some of the black right there in the, here, let me show you, right there in the middle. And that'll really make it have dimension. So that's all I'm doing. You can kind of see. And on this, you can see that my checkerboard, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but who cares, right? For real. All right, so that was Flux, can get put away. Anybody want to see something else? I like Island Flower. Let me see what we could do with that one. And I'm talking right into the camera, so I'm sorry. I like this one a lot, you guys. It's really pretty. I draw it a lot, no matter what. So let's do Island Flower, I guess, is really with the Z. And it can be just as random as you want it to be, right? So it starts out with just a circle, draw the little lines out, create your flower, and then connect them with a vine. How hard is that, right? I'm going to put that one right here and the big one in the center. The smaller ones I'll probably just fill up with repetitive patterns, you guys. But I'm going to do the island flower right there. Because I like that one. I like it a lot. Now I'm going to use... And you just do random circles. I mean, I suppose I could get out the template. I'm not going to. I think I can do okay circles. For this. Remember to do some going off the edge, right? You can make the bloom. Just start with the circles, draw the little lines, okay? I'm drawing the little lines next. Just at right angles, no big deal, and they don't have to be perfect. All right, there. That's where we're at so far. Now, just draw the petals. Simple stuff. Okay. Okay, I drew all these going all the same way, you guys. You don't have to do that, okay? You could make these flowers go in any way you want. Mine are all headed the same direction, just because I wanted to. Suppose I should have done it maybe a different way so you could see that, but you can figure it out because you're smart girls. And I'm just going to go back in and fill in that one place that looks really empty to me. Yeah, I can do agua. Now I'm going to use my, I have an 8 around here too. That's 1. Oh, my 8 must be in the other room. I'll just use the 5. Now just connect them any way you want. I'm going to go back in and add some little leaves. You don't have to. It's actually busy enough that it doesn't really need them. Okay, there's the design. Just saw where I missed something. Oh, there it is. Alright, and just because I can and I want to, I'm going to put some little polka dots to fill in. The background just a little bit. Can you hear Mr. Four-Wheeler out there? Vroom, vroom, vroom. And there's nothing wrong with a good polka dot. I love polka dots. Okay, done. Now that's a real lightweight pattern to me. So I'm going to want to put something pretty dense with it. I will go ahead and shade just the center of the flowers. Another thing you could do is shade around the flowers. Because that's the sort of thing that just gives it a little bit more interest, I think. Alrighty. Okay. Let me go see how dense agua is. Because I might have to do something with a grid. In fact, I think I will. Right while I'm right here, I'm going to go ahead. Well, I've got a grid there. Let's go see what agua is, and then I'll decide. I like this one, too. This is a way cool looking one. This IX, where you just do the aura lines around. This one can be really cool. I'm going to leave that one out. That's a good one. The flower one is called Island Flower. IZLAND flower. And it's on tanglepatterns.com. All these are tanglepatterns.com. Agua. Let's see what we got going on here. AG. Okay, this is a hard one to do in a large space. This is more of a border one. I can't get it out. Hang on. There. This to me is more of a border one. So do you want me just to show you how to draw it? But I suppose I could do it more like this one. I'm going to move the camera out just a hair. I could do it around the edge with something in the center, like I did that other one. I'm just thinking it kind of has to be drawn big so you can see. And it helps if you have a line to start with. To me it does. But just draw the curlicue first. See, and you can do I would probably do the evenly spaced curlicues all at once. And then it's easier to draw the humps that connect them. Know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, Monique? Yeah, I like this one too. Yeah, it'll look an awful lot like the other one. Oh, hi, Ange. Yeah, swapping out the ATCs is, it's going to take you all day, Ange. I'm just saying, it'll take all day, especially if you've got a lot of participants. Your back will hurt. You'll get pissed off if you make a mistake. One thing I'll tell you, Ange, before you put them in the envelopes, go back and make sure you're not sending the artist's work back to them. I caught myself doing that a couple of times. So Monique, you can do that. Yeah, but this one, it's more of a border pattern, in my opinion, than it would look very much like that one, honestly. But yeah, and then after you draw that design, you can go back and embellish it with circles in the in here. I mean, I think it's really pretty, and in a journal or something like that, I love that tangle. But on this, it's gonna, yeah, I don't see it working well, if you don't mind. So, sorry. There's a lot of them that, in my opinion, don't necessarily work well when you're doing something like this. Now this one, the IX, I like this one. I like it a lot. And I'm thinking it kind of needs a big, well, I don't know. I can set it aside. Anybody else have something? Yeah, check for sure. Because I caught myself, yeah, screwing up that way. I thought, because I deal them like a deck of cards. I put everybody's return address envelope out and then deal them like a deck of cards. But when you've got two entries, sometimes I'd go all the way through all the people and then come back around and end up putting one in that pile. Yeah. Arcodos. Let's look for Arcodos. That doesn't even sound familiar to me, but we'll look. A-R. Arcodos. I don't think I have that one. Monique. Yeah, I don't see that one. Arcodos. There's a lot of them. I haven't updated this thing in like forever, so if it's a new one, I may not have it. I don't have that one. I like that one, and I think right up here, some of these, what was the border wave called? This one, you mean, Brenda? That one was Agua, Agua. agua, like Spanish for water. Yeah, I think that if that's the one you're talking about, agua. That's a little maddening, isn't it, Ange? You know, I mean, just to drop out and not say anything, and I hope nothing horrible happened to him, but I think if you've committed to something, the least you could do is let somebody know that one, you can't participate for whatever reason, or you just don't want to, but at least give somebody the consideration of a freaking message. You know what I mean? Okay, that was the one. All right. Let's do, I like these aura ones, but I've kind of got the straight line thing going on here. I could tolerate a graph one in here. I don't care what it is, but it's going to be a graph one. And I use a smaller graph, so. Just bear with me. I like balance, you guys, and whatever feels like balance in my pea-sized brain. Duh. And another thing, Ange, is you end up with a mountain of trash when you're done. It's like, oh my God, where did all this stuff come from? You'll feel so good when it's all gone, though. This is pretty small squares, so I'll have to find a good design for it. Now, I could have just as easily drawn the lines, right? Yep, I agree. Isn't that the truth, Ange? But you're going to get better. Oh, you have it on your bedroom floor. Yeah, see, I did it on a large table, and I actually had another table next to it. My back still hurt. Okay, let's find one. Another thing I did. Now, if this will absolutely prove to you that I'm some kind of anal freak. But I'm not going to apologize it, and I don't care. I broke all the designs down by designs that were random, that would fill up a whole space randomly. And there are a bunch of them. Because I got tired of looking for designs like this. So, and then I did the next one that were grid patterns and gave myself a reference for all the ones that were grid pattern. And then ones I thought that were more prone to border. So, you're just tired all the time. Well, hell, I'm tired all the time. I just attribute that to age. Just bonk the camera. All right, so now I'm going to, because I just drew that grid, I'm going to go ahead and check the grid pattern one and see. Flourish is pretty. All right, we're going to draw Flourish. It's real pretty. Actually, that's kind of small for that, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. Well, Flourish is kind of cool too. All right, we're going to do Floors because we're going to do Flourish. I'm going to get Flourish out right now because it's a really pretty one. And you can do it singly or as a pattern. So I'm going to get Flourish out, but we're going to do the other one for this small grid. Okay, isn't that one pretty? And it can be a repetitive pattern, or you could just draw that and it's pretty, right? All right, so for this one, I'm just going to do floors. I did a small grid pattern, and it looks like a tile floor, really, where you just do the diamonds between or at the corners. This one doesn't really have any place that you can shade, but I'm going to shade the whole edge of the box so it looks like it's going down. And I'm going to have to check Irma News here pretty quick. I'm watching it really close because I'm worried about Eileen's art supplies. Wonder how much of my stuff I'm going to have to send her. I wish this, well, I'm going to try it again. Where'd my 01 pen go? I like the way the microns color in better. That's why I keep going back and forth. The microns definitely color in a big space better than the Hybrid Technica. See, this is why you need so many pens, you guys. Or it's how I justify ordering every pen on earth. You need a lot of different ones. Gotta have just the right pen for the job. I should be sitting here figuring out a ink pad storage for my ink pads like Jen's. I want one of those really bad. And I'm going to do a new pen holder as well. The problem with that is I just don't have much space where I want to put it. That I don't know, Dorothy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure that anybody watching it is going to change anything, frankly. I mean, they're not going to stop that storm. It's coming no matter what. So, yeah, I'd like to think that most of those people heeded the warning and evacuated. I promise you. I think it's foolish for those people who stayed. To me, it's just like if you don't value your life any more than that, there's something wrong with you. You need to, I mean, listen to the experts. They've been there, done that. Like, get the hell out of there. So hopefully there's nobody down there to watch your house. And I don't know how close she is to the ocean itself. Boca Raton is right on the ocean. But I don't know how far inland she is. But the surge is going to be pretty big, I would think, regardless. Even if she's only getting the outer parts of the storm. I mean, you get 185-mile-an-hour winds. That's amazing. Yeah. But I wish people would heed the warnings and get the hell out of there. Just makes it harder for everybody else. The emergency workers, just get out. So I think she was very smart. I knew she was smart because she's my friend. See, Kathy and I are the exact same person. We really are. We share one brain, one heart. We are the same person. If she likes it, I like it. I hope to God you don't like liver. I don't like liver. Okay, that was just a quick little design to fill in there. Very messy, no big deal. Alright, the next one, we can do a grid pattern down here. So I think I'm going to do the flourish in this bigger one here. Stop the looting. Yeah, well, I think the way to stop the looting is to have one person on every street corner with a shotgun. That's how you stop the looting. The second pen I'm using, you guys, I'm using a combination of microns. Um, they're very nice pens, and I'm using 0.01, 0.3, and 0.5 nibs. The only thing is, I think they're feathering a little bit on this paper, and I don't like that. And then the other pens I'm using are Pentel Hybrid Technica, and they also come in different nib sizes, and I'm using a 3, a 4, and a 6. And these nibs do not correlate to these nibs. This 03 is not the same as this 03. This one's fatter because it's a felt tip. See, this is a felt tip. This is ballpoint rollerball. Can you see that? But yeah, I believe, I agree with those people in Texas. You got a looter, shoot him on sight. Sorry. I mean, there is no person lower than somebody who would go in and steal somebody when they're in the midst of devastation. I'm sorry. That's just lower than slime on a worm's belly. See, that's wrong too, Monique. The airlines, that's no different than looting as far as I'm concerned. Charging usury funds or amounts for gas or methods of getting out, it's just wrong. In fact, we had on, I guess it was 9/11 is when it happened. We had a little local gas station. You have to remember, I live in a very, very small community. And the businesses that are around here are, they're your neighbors. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not like a huge corporation or anything. These are your neighbors. Well, on 9/11, a little gas station down the road that I had bought my gas at for years and years and years, I don't want that next to that. Sorry, I lied. Started charging, I mean, they jumped the price probably 3 times what we were paying from the day before. I was so mad. And it's against the law, you guys. They're not supposed to be doing that. I got so mad. I have not been in that store since that day. And I tell everybody I know, don't go there. Because those people are willing to screw their neighbor. And I just think it's wrong. I just think it's wrong. I'm sorry. I just think it's wrong to screw your neighbor. You help your neighbor. You don't screw your neighbor. I'm sorry. Now, I'm so glad I got that flipping off my chest. All right, so I have to read chat real quick. If you can leave, you should, but with some airlines, yeah. Well, it is harder for the poor people, Monique, but I did hear this morning on the news, if you were in a position where you wanted to evacuate and you didn't feel like you had the means, they had a number that you could call, and they guaranteed that they would find somebody to get you out. So, yeah. And if I knew my neighbor was disabled and needed help, I would go get her. I would have driven down to Florida. I would have flown to Florida, rented a car, and gotten Eileen out of there if she hadn't had a method of getting out. I would have done that. I promise you. Yeah, our gas prices went up yesterday, but not to usury amounts. I mean, it went up 20 cents a gallon. Yeah. JetBlue capped their prices at 99. There you go. See, I think companies can do themselves a big favor by, helping take care of your dang neighbor. That's my soapbox. I'm done with it now. Thank you for listening. And I don't charge extra for that. Okay, I just decided I'm going to go ahead and do this one because it's called Hypnotic and it's really kind of funky looking. So we're going to do it. And it's another grid pattern. But yeah, I agree with Texans. Shoot 'em. Shoot 'em all. And I'm not squaring these up, so the squares may not even be squares. They might be funky squares. That's what they're going to be, funky squares. Yeah, see, I would have to make, hi Sarah, I would have to make provision for my animals. I would. Um, I would put them in the car and drag them with me. This one that I'm doing now is called Hypnotic, and it's really, really simple. I just drew the grid, and then in opposing corners, make a little circle. Here, I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so if that's there, this one's going to be here. Okay, so just draw the circles or little dots and then draw circles around them. And it makes a really funny. Hypnotic is a good name for this. And I don't know if you guys saw the devastation in St. Martin and Turks and Caicos, and I feel so sorry for those people. Yeah, I can hear Robert must have gone down the man cave and turned on the news because I can hear the news down there. And believe me, we're not television people. So for him to have the TV on in the daytime, highly, highly unusual. And then just do this randomly. You need one of those thingies. Didn't I see them sell the plastic thingy? Oh, are you talking about this, Jennifer? If this is what you're talking about, I just make these, and I've done a show on how to make them. Um, hey, there's Eileen. Hi, Eileen. I'm so happy you're here. I really am. Oh, I'm so happy now. We were just talking about you and all your stuff, and we're worried about you. And I even told him that I would have come down and get you and taken you somewhere safe, along with your cats and your mother. I'm glad you're okay. Are you having fun? I mean, like, I know you went with a friend, so I hope everything's good. Um, yeah, I'm so glad you came in. And no worries, Eileen. CB has been really bossy. Really, really bossy. So you don't have to worry about me running amok. CB is all over it. I might still run amok though. We're just drawing Zentangle today because we can. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Scooby. Oh, you're on your iPhone. Hey, Eileen, that was another thing. I think the phone number I have for you is your home phone. And Dee Dee and I were talking yesterday and decided we need to get your cell phone number because we were both just wanting to check on you. Yeah, she's trying. She's doing pretty darn good job. I may start crying. I'm not going to cry, but I have to say my heart is much lighter and I'm happier now just knowing that she's out there in the world doing good. Because I'm a sap that way. She's my buddy. I got to take care of her, man. I hope whoever you're with is feeding you good, Eileen. I hope they're feeding you lobster. Can you see? It is kind of hypnotic, huh? I am. I am such a softie. You guys think I'm just not. No lobster? Give me those people's number, Eileen. I am a softie. I really am. Like when it comes to my family and stuff, I'm an absolute sap. I'm only hard on strangers. Or if you make me mad, just don't make me mad, and you're good. You're safe. I can't believe they're not feeding you lobster, Eileen. Actually, I was looking at this storm track, Eileen. I think you're going to be okay. It looks like. I'm hoping. It's the first thing I did when I got up this morning, which is really unusual for me. Yeah, I don't know how Alligator Vicky is either, no. Can you hear my stomach? My lemon cake wasn't enough. I need to eat some more lemon cake. Maybe I'll eat the chocolate cake. God, I wish I could resist those things. probably should cut that white off because when I look down, I keep thinking, geez, that glare is horrible. It's not glare, it's just the white paper against the magical. Yeah, rough, tough cream puff. Yeah. Well, one thing I will say about me is I'm incredibly, incredibly loyal. Um, and if you read the traits of Scorpio, I fit them absolutely to a T. I am the most loyal person you will ever meet in your life. If you're my friend till the death, and I will protect you and I will take care of you. But if you ever make me mad, you do not want to live. And I don't mean just piss me off. I mean, if I have reason to really despise you, I'm like an elephant. I will never give it up. See, isn't that when it's so simple, but isn't that cool looking? It's hypnotic, for real. It's a good name. Okay, Eileen, I'm glad you dropped in. Thank you so much. Just keep, you have my phone number. Just keep us informed and let us know that you're good. And yeah, because we're worried about you, for real. Like, we want to see you safe. And yeah, we're scared more for your art supplies, but we won't say that. Yeah, my own personal mafia, for real, Mac. Hi, Mac, by the way. Yeah, I'm, I'm fiercely loyal. All right, time to, now I did a grid there. I could do another random pattern there because I've got two grids here. This one, I think I want kind of dense because I've got lightweight, middle. Yeah, I think I'd like this one kind of dense. So let me look for a random dense pattern. Bunzo's kind of fun. Let me look up that one, show you what it looks like. Yeah, that would work well in there. I'm glad she dropped in, you guys. All right, there it is. I like this one when it's done. I'd like a whole page of that one. See that? I like that one. All right, we're doing that one in that. Yeah, it could tolerate that. And I'll use the, it's a small space, so I'm going to use the 0.1 micron in here. Asian fans, we can do Asian fans. I like Asian fans. Yeah, see, this pen is feather, and that just annoys me. I'm going to move up to the 3. Yeah, it's feather. Annoys me. Annoying. Very annoying. I'm not sure how much white I want to add on these. And this is really random. I would show you guys what I'm doing, but honestly, you can do anything you want. It's so totally random. This pattern, it's so random. Yeah, I'm tickled she came in. Looks like zebra whelks, yeah. What paper did I use to do my examples on? It's just any old cheap cardstock, Monique. Yeah, just don't do any kind of nice paper for that because it's strictly reference. You know, it's not ever going to be given to anybody or anything. So yeah, just use whatever. Actually, for stuff like that, I don't mind the cardstock that Walmart sells. Um, it's crap paper. I mean, in the whole realm of paper, but for stuff like that, for a reference or for layering on cards or something like that, it's a decent paper. Even though I badmouth it like crazy, it really is okay. And one thing I can say about it is it's 100 times better than the crap they sell at Michael's. I'm sure the paper they sell at Michael's has got to come from China. It's not even cut right. It's horrible. But it's the only place you can get all those colors of um, cardstock, you know. Colored cardstock is hard to come by. So, y'all just have to put up with me bitching a lot. Yeah, this is a good one to fill in that spot because it's real dense. Yeah, Michael's cardstock is crap. Yeah. Um, yeah, I could talk about paper, but yeah. The Walmart white is adequate. It really is. Doesn't take moisture well. Um, but yeah. I mean, in reality, as mixed media artists, and I don't consider myself one, but I guess I am because um, we push paper to its absolute limits with the crap that we put on it and expect it to hold up. Um, yeah, this is bleeding bad. Oh well. I got done what I wanted to do, so it's all good. It's all good. And this one, I'm not going to shade it. I will highlight the very ends of those flowers when I'm done. Or, they're not flowers, but you know what I mean. I've never seen black at Walmart. I miss archives. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's hard to get nice colored stock now. Staples 110 pound, yeah. Any 110 pound cardstock is going to be good with a smooth finish. All right, how are we doing here? I'm still curious what I'm going to do with the space between them. And maybe when this is all done, I won't even care if the space in between is just showing the magicals through. Zebra whelks. Yep, that's what they exactly look like. Um, Bunzo is what that was called. Yeah, it goes up here. All right, if you've got design you want me to draw? Speak out nor forever hold your peace. I'm just going to fill up this little one here with some random squiggly lines. Because it's hard to do a design in that small a space, so I'm just filling this up now. And another one in the small one, I'll do just random size circles. That's another good fill-in pattern. And then I just shaded it to make it dense because I didn't want it real light next to that one. All right, let's see. We've been on almost 2 hours, believe it or not. We've got a couple of big ones here that I think I'm going to do, well, see, that one's too much like that one, so I want to get it away from there. And this one I'm going to end up trimming off. I'll end up trimming this paper off probably right here, about where the color ends. So, this is random, so it doesn't matter what I put in there. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. It's called Plantain. And it's a very cool design. And not like anything else we've done. And I like this one too. So I'll take it out. And I kind of have a tendency to go back to the same designs that I've drawn before, just because I like the way they look. Yes, I am recording, Scooby. Ange, I don't know. It may end up in my Beast. Who knows? I have no clue. They just wanted me to Zentangle, and I wanted to Zentangle on the magical paper just to see what it was like. The last Zentangle thing I did, I just gave away, and I don't know what people did with it. But yeah, it might end up in my Beast. I just don't know. Don't know. Alright. This is the one I'm going to draw next. It looks like bamboo or pipes or something. But whatever it is, I like it. I like it a lot. I probably do, Kathy, but like a 005 micron. Let me see. Let me see. Wrong one. These are the ones. The Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen. This is the extra fine. Like a nib like that. I'll just try and show you. Can you see how tiny, tiny, tiny that is? I save those for really special techniques because I have a tendency to ruin them. I do have pens that have that fine a nib, Kathy, but yeah, I don't use them to do something like this because I'll wreck it. I mean, I will wreck it in like 2 seconds. For real. I know me. I will. Alright. I'm just using this because I think it's faster and I like it. And I'm actually going to use pencil this time. Alright, which way do I want my pipes going? I think I want my pipes going this way. To me, they're pipes. I'm just doing this for equal spacing is all, you guys. You do it however you want. Do it freehand. Whatever. This is my anal personality coming out. Alright, and I'll do these with the 0.3. No, I'll do it with the micron, the 0.3 micron. Yeah, I like the really fine nibs too for small spaces. I really do. I'm hard on them though. I really am. Okay, so this is the one we're doing. And you just start out drawing lines with the little zig on them. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. Thank you. And I wasn't consistent with my size or spacing or anything. But when it's done, you won't notice. It'll be fine. You see how I'm doing that? I'll hold it up so you can see it. Pretty simple. And then just follow that curved line over. And some are bigger than others, and that's fine too. I don't care. See, this one's so simple. I filled up that whole big space in that length of time. Coolio. Not that the goal is to fill up the space quickly, but you see what I mean. Just looks cool. Okay, bye, Dorothy. Have fun at your VIP class. Hi, McLinda. Thanks for all the blessings, you guys. Chat's being stupid. Well, I'm glad it's chat and not me. Woohoo! Alright. I'm going to first erase those lines that I drew because I don't want them on there. And then I'll go back and do the shading. right there. One thing I will say about this paper is since it's been saturated with the water and it's kind of raised the fibers in the paper, shading with this graphite is very nice. It really is. I mean, it smooths out perfectly, and I know it's because I've altered the fibers of the paper, so the shading comes out really, really nicely. Yeah, isn't that the truth, Scooby? That it looks so difficult and so intricate, and then when you see it broken down, it's like, well, there was nothing to that. And that is true of all kinds of drawing, really. For real. All right, what else we got going on here? I think over here, one of my very favorite designs is Knightsbridge. And I've drawn this, honestly, since I was a kid. It's just a curvy line checkerboard. And me and my friend Karen Lachelle, I can't believe I can remember her name all these years later. We used to love drawing this, and it was back when neon colors were like the rage. We would draw this and color it in with neon colors. Oh, it was so awesome. But I've done this since way before Zentangle patterns. They call this one Knightsbridge. And I'll have to look it up because it's just a checkerboard with curvy lines. And I'm sure everybody's drawn it forever. Get some funky designs or shapes when you do it. Alright, that's probably enough because I'm going to trim that off. So, there's one called Dust Bunny. Yes, there is. Hi, Suzanne. I could tolerate another dark one down here. Let's see. I'm still saving that one because I want to draw that one. It can be random or pattern grid. Let's go back and look. Go back and look. Well, where did they go? Here they are. Oh, there's another one I really, really like. And I do this one a lot too. I'm not going to draw it, but I like this Tangle Flake a lot. Just that little doodle. I love that one a lot. And the thing that makes that one so cool is the little highlight. There's nothing to it other than the little highlight that makes it way cool. So, just looking for something with a little density. I could do the holly ball with a dark background. Because that one's kind of cool looking. Just looking, you guys. Unless you give me a name of one that you want to see drawn, I'm just picking them out now. Because when I asked, you were a little slow on the uptake. Just saying. I like that one too. That one would go really well here. Alright, let me see. Paribo. Alright, I found our next pattern. Yeah, that was the one I was just looking at, Kathy. It's called Hollaba, I think. Let me look. Is this the one you're talking about, Kathy? I was just actually looking at that one going, that's not bad. It's, you know, for a back. But then this one's too, I like this one too. And it's a grid pattern, and I could tolerate a grid pattern right here. So I'm going to save that Hollaba for another area. I'm going to do the Paribo right now. Yep. What did I do with my little thing? Yeah, perspective when it's broken down becomes very easy. For real, Scooby. Is that the one you were talking about, Kathy? I suspect it is. This one I need somewhat big squares, so we're going to do it. Yeah, I'll do it this one. Can you guys see? I got too much junk here, as usual. I'm going to do this one big squares. I'd like this one somewhat square. The other one I didn't really care about, but this one I think it matters a little bit more. That's the one, okay. Cool, Suzanne. Yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it? Same principle, same deal, you know. Alright, this is the one I'm doing. So in every, oops, wow, we've been on 3 hours. I'm going to go ahead now and stop the recording, you guys. I'm sure you've seen enough of this anyway. So thanks for watching. Remember, come to a live stream over at Ustream TV Mondays, 1 o'clock. I follow Dee Dee, who is Inkwell. Come over and join us because it's fun. And I'll see you later. Bye.